In the grand chamber of the Galactic Consul, anxiety permeates the air, an almost tangible force pressing down on every representative gathered. The hall is filled with beings from across the galaxy, each one distinct in form, yet unified in their worry. Holographic projections flicker with images of a massive fleet, alien ships of unknown design, sleek and ominous. The projections hover, moving like shadows over the faces of the assembly, as they listen to High Chancellor Zareth, who stands at the center, his voice resonating through the vast space. Zareth's tone is urgent as he describes the threat. The unknown species appeared without warning, cutting through star systems with a ferocity unseen in recent memory. Their ships are immense, more advanced than any technology the Consul has previously encountered. They do not communicate, do not answer hails, they destroy everything in their path. Several member worlds have already fallen. Defensive lines are crumbling, and desperation fills the room. The motivations of the aggressors remain a mystery, their silence only adding to the dread. The Consul's factions begin to speak in hurried, overlapping voices. Proposals fly across the room, alliances, emergency conscriptions, and defensive maneuvers. As they argue, a single word surfaces: Earth. Silence falls like a shroud. Eyes turn to those who dare to suggest the name. A murmur spreads through the assembly, unease deepening into fear. Earth, humans, are unpredictable. The last time they intervened in a galactic conflict, the result was catastrophic, altering the balance of power in ways no one had anticipated. An elderly representative recalls a tale of the human Ojikath War, where human forces utilized psychological warfare to such a degree that an entire armada turned against itself in madness. Another recounts the Battle of Zither, where humans, outnumbered and outgunned, unleashed brutal tactics that left both enemy and ally bewildered by their ferocity. Their strategy had seemed chaotic, almost reckless, yet somehow they emerged victorious. The chamber fills with a heavy silence as these memories resurface, and the fear is almost palpable. A younger voice breaks the tension with a whispered warning. Rumors have reached the Consul's ears that Earth has not been idle. Whispers of new, terrifying capabilities, technology that could bend reality itself, AI systems that learn and adapt at a speed no organic mind can match. The thought alone causes a ripple of panic to spread. If humans decide to enter the war, who knows what chaos they might unleash this time? The room becomes a tempest of speculation and fear, each representative contemplating what it could mean for their people, their planets, their way of life. The debate becomes more frantic. Some suggest that Earth could be an ally, a force to counter the unknown aggressors, but the majority voice their dread at the mere thought of inviting humans into this conflict. The consequences could be unimaginable. Whispers turn into shouts. The council chamber swirls in chaos, with each species trying to outvoice the other, desperate to avoid the one thing they all fear most, an unpredictable and potentially cataclysmic intervention by Earth. High Chancellor Zareth raises a hand, calling for order. The room falls silent again, though the tension is now at its peak. He speaks with a grave finality, his voice heavy with the weight of his decision. We cannot afford to gamble with such uncertainty. Please keep Earth out of this war. His plea is desperate, a direct appeal to every faction, every species present. The chamber is filled with a reluctant agreement, a collective exhale of relief at the decision. The Consul votes, nearly unanimous, to avoid any contact or alliance with Earth. They fear the unpredictability of human warfare, their unconventional strategies, and the total destruction they could potentially bring to both friend and foe. The decision is made. Earth is to be left out of this conflict, at all costs. The representatives disperse, unease lingering in the air. Even as they leave the chamber, many wonder if they have made the right choice or merely delayed the inevitable. The name, Earth, echoes in their minds, a name that, for now, remains a terrifying unknown. In a quiet, secure chamber deep beneath the surface of Earth, a group of human leaders gathers. The air is thick with the gravity of their discussion, but their demeanor remains calm, composed. They know that far beyond their solar system, the Galactic Consul is grappling with the threat of a formidable unknown enemy. They also know that their own name, Earth, is being whispered in hushed tones, invoked with both fear and desperation. This is a familiar pattern, and they have been expecting it. Around a large circular table, Earth's most strategic minds debate their next move. Their expressions are inscrutable, their tone measured. They are fully aware of their reputation in the galaxy, the unpredictable force that intervenes with devastating effectiveness. Some among them smile faintly at the thought of the Consul's anxiety. They understand the fear their involvement provokes, and for now, that fear serves them well. While the galaxy is in turmoil, they remain a silent, watchful power, quietly observing the unfolding chaos. Their attention turns to the recent advancements that have reshaped their military capabilities. Holographic displays project complex equations and designs that defy conventional understanding. Earth scientists have developed technologies capable of bending reality itself, devices that manipulate time and space on the battlefield, turning moments into hours, twisting distances, and creating illusions that can bewilder even the most advanced alien minds. They have AI systems that don't just follow commands but anticipate them, evolving strategies at a pace no biological entity can match. And then there are the cybernetic soldiers, hybrid warriors who combine human intuition with machine precision, capable of feats that seem to border on the miraculous. As they discuss these developments, there is a shared sense of satisfaction in the room. They have come far, and they know it. But with these advancements come questions. Should they stay their hand and allow the Consul to handle its own problems, preserving their advantage of mystery and unpredictability? Or should they intervene, test these new technologies, and remind the galaxy why Earth is a force to be reckoned with? The debate grows sharper. Some argue that involvement could be strategically beneficial. The unknown enemy threatens to destabilize the entire region of space. If Earth steps in now, they could gain leverage over both the aggressors and the Consul. There is talk of resources, of new alliances that could be forged, of influence that could be expanded. Others caution against such moves. Why risk exposure? Why tip their hand when the rest of the galaxy already fears them? They have played this game of shadows for centuries, and there is power in being the unknown variable that everyone dreads. The room is divided. Earth's leaders consider the potential outcomes carefully. They are not eager for war, but they are not afraid of it, either. They have been preparing for every eventuality, knowing that one day, they might be called upon to defend their interests on a galactic scale. Their fleets are already positioned at strategic points in the solar system, hidden but ready to strike if necessary. Covert reconnaissance missions have been dispatched, gathering intel on both the unknown enemy and the Consul's movements. Earth's eyes are everywhere, and their curiosity is piqued. A subtle decision seems to form among them. They will wait, but not passively. Every move the Consul makes, every maneuver by the unknown aggressor, is being scrutinized and analyzed. They are ready, watching closely for any opportunity that might serve their interests. If the war draws closer, they will act, but on their own terms, and in their own way. The message is clear among them: Earth will not be dragged into this war lightly, but if forced, they will show the galaxy what they are truly capable of. Panic grips the Galactic Consul as reports come in from across the galaxy. The unknown enemy continues its relentless advance, cutting through defensive lines with terrifying precision. But now, a new fear takes hold. Whispers of Earth's possible involvement spread like wildfire. Representatives from various factions meet in hushed corners, their faces drawn with anxiety. Some argue passionately for reaching out to Earth, desperate for any help that could turn the tide. They speak of humanity's tactical genius, its unpredictability, qualities that could outmaneuver the aggressors. Others push back with equal intensity, warning that involving Earth could lead to an even greater catastrophe, a disaster no one could foresee or control. The debate grows louder, more urgent, as the unknown enemy draws closer. Some factions are on the brink of panic, wondering whether they should send a formal plea for Earth's aid despite the risks. Meanwhile, Earth's enigmatic nature looms over every conversation like a dark cloud. The fear of what might happen if they are provoked becomes almost palpable. Every decision, every suggestion is weighed against the fear of Earth's potential response. The Consul is torn between desperation and dread, uncertain which path leads to their survival. Unbeknownst to them, Earth has already begun its strategic maneuvers. Probes slip silently through the darkness of space, gathering invaluable data on the enemy's movements and capabilities. Reconnaissance teams, hidden by the latest in stealth technology, infiltrate key points of the conflict, observing, recording, and transmitting data back to Earth's command centers. Earth's forces move like ghosts, unseen and undetected, revealing a level of strategic finesse that leaves even their own allies in awe. Every maneuver is calculated, every move precise. They are preparing for the worst-case scenario, positioning assets around critical star systems to anticipate any threat that may come their way. Within the Consul, paranoia grows. Stories of Earth's past engagements become increasingly embellished, whispered from one representative to another. The legends of Earth's psychological warfare tactics are retold with new details, some invented, some real. Alien leaders share stories of human war machines, machines that seem to have minds of their own, predicting every move, every strategy, driving their enemies to the brink of madness. The tales grow darker with each retelling. The idea that Earth might be preparing to enter the fray begins to haunt the dreams of even the most seasoned diplomats. Nightmares of Earth's ruthless efficiency, their unconventional tactics, and their sheer tenacity plague the thoughts of many. Then, out of nowhere, the Consul receives a message. It is encrypted in a way that no known technology can trace. The message is brief but chilling. "We are watching." The room falls into chaos as they scramble to understand its origins. The representatives argue, their voices filled with panic and confusion. Is it from Earth? Some are certain it must be, that only humans could send such a message, dripping with both threat and enigma. Others wonder if it is a trick, a psychological play by the unknown enemy to divide them further. But the effect is immediate. Fear grips the assembly tighter than before. The Consul, already on edge, fractures even more. Some demand immediate action, perhaps to beg Earth for mercy, to plead with them not to intervene. Others want to fortify defenses, prepare for the possibility of a two-front war, one against the unknown enemy, and another against the unpredictable might of Earth. The chamber is filled with shouting, fear rising with every word. No one knows what Earth's intentions truly are, but one thing is clear: the mere possibility of their involvement has shaken the galaxy to its core. Earth's message arrives unexpectedly, disrupting the already fragile balance within the Galactic Consul. It is a proposal for peace, but its wording is anything but clear. Earth offers to mediate between the Consul and the unknown enemy, suggesting that a diplomatic solution could still be reached. However, the language of the proposal is shrouded in ambiguity. While it speaks of peace, there are undertones that hint at consequences should the Consul refuse. Phrases like, "assistance for those who seek resolution," and "repercussions for those who escalate conflict," leave much to interpretation, and the Consul is left grappling with the uncertainty of Earth's true intentions. The unexpected overture throws the Consul into disarray. Some representatives see the message as a veiled threat, convinced that Earth is setting a trap to manipulate the situation to its advantage. They argue that Earth's offer is a calculated move to gain leverage, to control the narrative, and perhaps to seize the opportunity to test their new technologies on both the unknown enemy and the Consul itself. Others are less certain, debating the possibility that Earth might genuinely want to avoid an all-out war that could spiral out of control. The ambiguity of Earth's message only deepens the confusion, and factions begin to form within the Consul, each interpreting the proposal differently. As the debate intensifies, some factions, driven by fear, decide to secretly reach out to Earth, hoping to secure protection or at least a better understanding of what they are dealing with. They send covert messages, hoping to open lines of communication that might shield them from Earth's potential wrath. At the same time, other factions take a different approach, rushing to fortify their defenses, unsure whether they might soon face Earth as an adversary. The Consul begins to fracture further, its unity breaking apart under the strain of uncertainty. Fear of the unknown enemy is now compounded by the fear of Earth's unpredictable behavior. Despite the confusion, Earth does not remain idle. While their peace proposal is still being debated, they continue to subtly mobilize their fleets. Their ships move quietly through the cosmos, taking up strategic positions around key star systems. Surveillance operations intensify, with Earth's intelligence networks weaving deeper into the galactic fabric, gathering information not just on the unknown enemy but on every faction within the Consul. The galaxy watches with bated breath, trying to decipher Earth's true motives. Yet, every move seems to contradict the last, messages of peace alongside displays of military might. The Consul's paranoia grows as they realize they are being outmaneuvered at every turn, with little control over Earth's actions or intentions. The growing uncertainty reaches a tipping point. High Chancellor Zareth, seeing the fear spreading like a contagion, decides to make a desperate plea. His message is broadcast across the galaxy, reaching not just the factions within the Consul but extending to the unknown enemy as well. His voice, filled with a mix of urgency and dread, resonates through every corner of the galaxy. Please keep Earth out of this war. The plea is a clear admission of just how terrified they are of Earth's potential involvement. It is a call for restraint, a desperate attempt to keep the unpredictable human element from tipping the scales in a way no one could anticipate. But even as Zareth's plea echoes across the stars, there is a sense that the decision may no longer be in the Consul's hands. The fear of Earth's true intentions, their inscrutable moves, and their relentless preparation have sown seeds of doubt and uncertainty that can no longer be easily undone. The galaxy holds its breath, waiting for the next move, knowing that whatever comes next, the balance of power may never be the same again. Earth's response to the Consul's plea arrives swiftly, cutting through the growing tension like a knife. The message is blunt and unambiguous. We have no interest in your war, unless you bring it to us. It is a statement of neutrality, but also a clear boundary. Earth does not desire conflict, nor does it wish to become entangled in the galaxy's endless disputes. Yet, beneath the surface of these words, there is a warning that cannot be ignored. The message hints at devastating consequences if Earth is provoked, a reminder of the power they hold but have yet to unleash. The Consul, already teetering on the brink of panic, is thrown into further turmoil. Some factions, desperate to ensure Earth remains neutral, make frantic efforts to appease them. Gifts are dispatched, ambassadors sent with offers of alliance or tribute, and even small fleets are deployed to aid in the defense of Earth's solar system. Their gestures are clumsy, uncertain, driven by fear more than strategy. Meanwhile, other factions, suspicious of Earth's true intentions, begin to secretly arm themselves. They brace for what they believe is an inevitable confrontation, preparing for the worst possible scenario, a war not only with the unknown enemy but with Earth as well. As the Consul remains divided, the unknown enemy makes a bold, unexpected move. Sensing the Consul's indecision and hoping to force a quick surrender, they decide to target Earth directly. Their reasoning is simple. If Earth is as feared as the Consul believes, a show of strength against humanity might compel the Consul to capitulate. The enemy fleet changes course, setting a direct path toward Earth. The Consul watches in horror, realizing that the enemy's gambit could unleash the very force they have tried so hard to avoid. In moments, the enemy fleet is upon Earth's borders, an armada bristling with weapons and technology designed to overwhelm. But Earth is prepared. As the enemy approaches, Earth's forces reveal their true strength. Massive fleets emerge from hidden positions, shimmering into existence, as if materializing out of thin air. They are unlike anything the galaxy has seen, sleek, advanced, equipped with reality-bending technology that distorts time and space. AI-enhanced strategies unfold with flawless precision, predicting the enemy's every move before they can even execute it. Within minutes, the battle is over. The enemy fleet, once so fearsome, is reduced to debris floating in the cold expanse of space. The confrontation is so swift and decisive that it seems almost effortless. Earth's forces move with such efficiency that it is clear they were never truly threatened. The display of power leaves the galaxy stunned. The unknown enemy is obliterated without Earth appearing to exert itself at all, a chilling reminder of the force they have kept hidden. The Consul, now fully aware of what could have been unleashed upon them, is gripped by a profound realization. They see the fragility of their own position, understanding that they have narrowly avoided a fate that could have ended them all. The decision is made quickly, almost unanimously, Earth must never be drawn into their conflicts again. The fear that once drove them to consider Earth as an ally now compels them to keep their distance. Earth has demonstrated its might, its strategic brilliance, and its willingness to act if threatened. As they formally conclude their deliberations, Earth sends a final, cryptic message. Let this be a lesson: some forces are better left undisturbed. It is a reminder, both ominous and clear, that humanity will not be provoked, but neither will they be underestimated. The Consul receives the message with a mixture of relief and lingering dread, understanding that they must tread carefully from this point forward. They have seen enough to know that Earth is not a force to be taken lightly, a lesson they will not soon forget.